Okay, so today we're talking to Trish, and she's got some amazing things to share, some transformation, some wisdom. She's just over there, just holding down the fort of goodness. And we are talking about the transformations of like our sessions. So,
Mhm.
what's going on, how things work, what does a session even look like, right? Because a lot of people don't understand like what the session is. And it's an intuitive session, right? With questions and answers, and then it's so almost hard to explain, right? Because there's like a different flow, right? Wouldn't you say it's like you start out one way and what you think you're going to get the answer to could be totally
Yeah,
opposite because the divine is coming through saying, "Wait a second, you forgot to look at this," or
yeah.
"This might help you." Do you
And
find that in the sessions?
it's so different than what I thought it was going to be, because when I first
Yeah.
came to see you, I had some whatever expectation of like readings that I had done for years and years.
Yeah.
And when I met you, you were just no bullshit, just no bullshit.
That's true. We, we
and
we don't do bullshit, right?
that's what really
Because it's like we really
that's
need to get to the core and stop playing around,
yeah,
right? And
that's
the
just what
truth
opened
sets
my
us
eyes.
free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what opened my eyes. When the first time you said it, you're like, no, no, that don't. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. I was like, she speaks my language, and I
Right.
just it really hit. It really hit, and it was like it was more like going seeing a psychologist.
Oh
Or
wow.
yeah, it really was, but better because I'd seen, like I told you, I've seen 11 of them,
Oh
and
my God. I can't even believe
yeah,
that.
and none of them really blew me away like you blew me away. Like I
Oh,
just
well,
needed,
thank you.
yeah,
You
when I
just needed
met
that
you,
chink in the armor, and
I
that was
just
it.
that it was your confidence. It was
Hmm.
you're just like you just straight up told me yes, no, we're not going to go into that. We're not going to talk about that because that's not what this is about. We're going to
Right. The
focus
story
on
is what would keep you stuck
mhm.
again and in the same repeat cycle. And you needed like something to go into that and stop that
Yeah,
cycle,
yep.
the hamster wheel, right? You could finally get off of it instead
Mhm.
of staying on it, where we're sometimes more comfortable to stay on it, right? Because it's
Yeah.
like a little
Oh,
scary to jump off.
because it's a distraction. Because
Hmm.
I want to talk about this guy. The whole relationship was already over, and you're like, no, we're not going to talk about that guy. You know the answer to that question, and we
Right.
don't need. We're going to talk about what's really the issue,
Yes.
and just you brought me right back on, and like, oh yes, yes, and that is just a distraction. It's something I want to think about. My mind wants to think about it to distract me from what's really happening. For some reason, it wants to keep it happening
Yes. Yes.
and
Yeah, because it's
keep
the
me
known
stuck.
instead of the unknown, right?
Hmm.
And even though we want the help sometimes or we want the clarity, sometimes it's like, oh, do I really want to know?
Yeah,
How often do we think about, do we really want to know? I mean,
it.
we're all so guilty of that one.
Yeah,
Like, don't tell me that right now. I'm good in denial,
and
right?
when you see clearly and you don't you do like you know when you don't want to know. You know it's better
Right.
when like,
Yes.
and sometimes it is better to just let that go. Let it go. You
Yes.
don't need to know that thing that you're obsessing
Right.
over, and
Correct.
just find the real problem and keep going. Just keep
Yes.
going.
Yes.
So
And so, like with the crystals, like, because I do the life coaching, and my life coaching is like I bring the intuitive part in, I bring the wisdom in, I bring my training in. I weave all of that together. And did you notice, like, was that more helpful then? Because there was such all different modalities where it was like, and the crystals really choose you, right? I mean,
yeah.
that's the point. It's like the crystals
Well,
are like, they kind of say, okay, here's where the energy block is.
yeah. Oh my goodness. And you're just so good. You're so good at it. Like
Yeah.
you just know what you just know it, and you know what
Right.
you're talking about,
Right.
and
It's like
where
coming
like
through me, really. Yeah.
I always like I've been studying this stuff for so long, but I just don't get it because you live it. it comes to you, and I don't have that gift you have. So I just keep
Yeah.
studying it and studying it, studying it over and over. And I forget every single time I forget. And you're like, no. And you bring me back like, oh, yes, I do remember that.
Yes,
I'm supposed to
right.
be doing that.
Because it's
I
really always
forget.
just a remembering, right? It's like
Yeah.
we're already the divine living
Yeah.
in these bodies. It's just removing the layers that aren't serving us anymore,
Yeah.
seeing beyond the illusion of fear, doubt, and worry, right? And just,
And I need constant reminders, like all
but
the time.
oh my God, you were so open. It's like you really, would you say you had a shift in that session for sure?
Definitely, because I left like my mind was blown. When I left, I felt such relief. Like she
Uh,
was better than any doctor I have been to, and I just like then I needed your confidence. I know that I need her to be part of my life.
yes,
I knew
yes.
it from that moment. So,
Yeah.
because the confidence was rubbing off on me, and it for me, I'm not that confident person. I
Mhm.
could be,
Yeah,
I
you're
could
exactly
be,
right.
but I needed that energy around me. So I
Hmm.
just a little direction and just to be around your energy, just to have it like
Yeah,
once,
to help you
however,
remember who you
yeah,
are, right? You
on
needed
a
that.
regular basis. I
Hmm.
needed that to be part of my life. So and that really and since then, holy
Oh my God.
crap.
You have to share with everybody. You're like a
Okay.
superstar transformer. I mean,
Okay.
you're a genius over there, a genius transformational. I don't know. We need to come up with like some superhero because your transformation has been like
Yeah.
incredible. And you have
Wild.
to give yourself like 1,000% credit because it takes a lot of courage to do what you have done. And you were ready.
It just all clear. I wanted it so bad. It all
Yes.
cleared up. Like, okay, so I had, some trauma about
Yeah,
20,
we all do.
yeah, like a big one, 25
Yeah.
years ago.
Hmm.
I just got like whammied left and right. So I ended up with panic disorder,
Mm.
um, agoraphobia,
Hmm.
OCD, post traumatic stress disorder. This was one of those 11 doctors gave me all of those diagnoses, and
Wow, that's a lot.
I couldn't leave the house. It was like 20 years of this crap. I could go out a little bit, like my circle would expand and contract and expand and contract. So
Uh-huh.
all these years I'm fighting every single time to go out. I'm fighting panic
Wow.
disorder. And by the time I met you, I'd gotten sick again. I was having dizzy spells. So it wasn't like
Mm.
life threatening, but it was really debilitating. I couldn't,
Uncomfortable as hell. Yeah.
uncomfortable. I couldn't drive. I was in bed for a couple of months, and this all during like COVID's going on, and
Mhm.
so it was really really hard. So I got control of the dizzy thing in case anybody was vitamin B deficiency. So
Oh,
if
that's good to know.
yes, in case anybody is experiencing that. But
Hmm.
so I'm feeling better, and I wondered, will this clear up if I'm starting to feel better? I was really really having a hard time. So when I saw you the first time, I was like, like to go
Yeah.
out to come see you was really
Oh,
hard.
wow. I didn't know that. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
Oh yeah. No, it was, and so like little by little from what was that?
It's like
It
August.
was August. September is when I started really like consistently
Hmm.
meeting with you. So I
Yeah.
would go, and now from then till now, I can go. I'm still
And
not
it's all
driving.
so August, September, October, November, December, January, February, March, April. So
Yes. So not even a year. I can
no,
go.
under a year.
Yeah, I can go. I just hop in it. I'm still not driving yet because I sold my car when it happened, so
Yeah,
I haven't really gotten
you'll
back
get
to that.
there. Uh-huh.
Yeah, I sure will get there, but I just hop in an Uber and just go wherever I want to go, and I don't.
Holy shit.
I go out. I try to go out every weekend, I'm having
Wow.
the time of my life. I've met, like, I feel like they're my people. I've
Yeah.
met friends, like lots of friends, and some of them I feel like these are really like
Your people,
my
your tribe.
people. Yeah,
Yes, they are.
absolutely, for sure. And
Right.
I just, I don't know. It's just like night and day. That
It is.
yeah,
Your transformation is just huge. Like you weren't even, you couldn't even really go out of the house to now you're going out and you're going to see bands that you love. You're
yeah,
dancing. You're
yeah.
talking to people. You have
And
so many friends. I
dancing,
mean,
I'm dancing in front of people. As I'm
girl.
53. I'm 53 and I'm dancing to punk rock bands in front of people. And normally, like, since I was a teenager, I feel like I don't want anyone to look at me. Now
Oh
I'm
my
just like, all right,
God.
we're doing this. We're having fun.
And they're
Yeah.
coming up to you and saying how beautiful you are too. Like, so you're shining from like the inside out.
It's
It's
gotta
like
be.
crazy good.
It's gotta be because I look in the mirror. I'm like, I don't know what they're talking about, but it's
Oh,
just like it keeps happening. It keeps like some kid, like he must have been in his 30s, maybe young 40s. He was a little drunk, so but that's
yeah,
okay.
that's okay.
He just like was walking by and stopped to tell me that I looked gorgeous. I was like,
Wow.
what? So
What?
it must
Well,
it's
that's the inner
mhm.
transformation that you've been letting go. You've been allowing, you've been receiving, you've been showing up for you. So everyone's going to be like, what does she have? Right?
It is, and it's
And you're
so
getting like
helpful.
yeah, go ahead.
It's so helpful, and it's just so good. Like my self esteem, like my confidence, like I needed you for. It's so
Hmm.
helpful because I'm getting older, and I'm watching things happen.
You're aging
And yeah,
backwards.
yes, okay. Well, that's next. That's the next step.
Yeah, that's your next genius move.
But every time somebody comes up to say it to me, I'm just like, oh my god, it's just amazing. Doing great things for my self
Yeah.
esteem and my ability to go up and talk to people, and because I'm a little shy when it comes to like meeting people at first, but
Hmm.
once you get started talking, I don't stop. This
Exactly,
is
which
a
is
motor mouth.
good. Right, because you're allowing yourself to shine from the inside out, and that's what we're all looking for, right?
Yeah,
And then you're open to the receiving, so they're actually coming because you're like saying, "Okay, I'm good enough, and I deserve this." Like,
yeah.
right? Like
It can.
you find
That's the only thing it can possibly be. It's just I.
the only thing.
It's just I'm shining from, and I think that when I'm asked what's your purpose, like I don't really know what my purpose is, and the thing that I really came up with was that I just want to touch every single individual that I meet and just make them
Yes.
happy, just
Yes. Well, that
as I
is.
meet them.
Yes, that's
Yeah,
the perfect purpose, right?
yeah,
Our purpose is us.
mm,
So, however that plays out, that's our purpose. You're
yeah,
being your unique self that is friendly, that is smiling, that is
yeah,
just open, and people love that.
yeah,
And
and
you
it
are
just
touching one heart at each time, like every time. Like,
yeah.
and what's better than that?
I can't think of anything.
I can't either. Can't
I mean,
either.
I guess you could save the whole world all at once if you were that powerful. I'm sure,
But I
a lot of
think the
people do.
more powerful is you saving you, which is what
Yeah.
you did.
Oh, yeah.
Because that work is harder than any work on the planet.
Yeah. It was.
When
It
you have to look
was.
in the mirror and say, enough is enough, and I'm going to do whatever it takes to make these changes, girl, you're
Yeah.
up for like, you're up to be like the superhero because
Yes.
do you know we know how hard it is to change. We're like fighting our minds all the time. And you said, guess what? Enough is enough. I'm going to go
Hmm.
find the help that I need.
Hmm.
I'm going to be led by my heart to the people that are going to help me.
Yeah.
And then we met, and your transformation is like incredible. I mean, it's like an incredible story. Like, And so many people are stuck in nonsense. That's the thing, right? We're stuck in this
Yeah.
worry, this fear, and it's all about just really releasing some of the stress, releasing some of the trauma, just looking at it and accepting, right? You had to figure out how were you going to accept all of
Yeah.
this.
Well, I mean, you hit rock bottom and you just willing to do anything. And now
Yeah.
that's a lot of what it took to open up. I was just willing to
To be,
go do things that I was afraid to do, or maybe I just didn't want to do
yes.
them, and I did it anyway. And like when the first time I went out, I didn't want to go. Just because I just
And
didn't
it
want
was
to go.
uncomfortable, right? There was times you probably were like, "Oh
Sure,
shit, I don't know if I'm going to do this," right?
but
But you
that's where I
had the
met
courage.
everyone. That's where I met everyone
Yes.
that are like the two people that I needed to meet to make
Hmm.
all these new friends and just find all this stuff. All this stuff was happening. I didn't even know about it. I was looking for it and I couldn't find it. I had to
Wow.
meet those two people, and I had to go out and
Yep.
do something that I was afraid to do, that I didn't really want to do anyway. It was be so easy to make that excuse. And
Yes.
then things that like you helped me through, like trying to walk around the block, which fuck was
Yep.
that so
And you
hard?
did
Why was
it.
that so hard?
Yeah.
I remember you asking me like, did you walk yet? And like, did you do 2 blocks yet? And like, I'm scared, and
Yeah.
I just like, all right, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it for Audra. I'm gonna
Yeah.
do it.
Right. But each
Yeah,
time you like, even though there was like a little bit of resistance, you had the courage to be like, you know what? This is not going to stop me anymore.
you have to have you. You just have to push through it.
Yep.
You have
It's
to
not
push through
all
it.
going to be like, peaches and cream or like roses. It's sometimes you're going to have to step over those
Yeah,
hurdles and
and
go.
one of the things that helped me most in that situation was
Hmm.
you said every time. Maybe you can word this better. Every time you overcome something, you are giving that gift to someone else. You're sending that out into the world.
Yes. Yes. You're touching so many hearts.
Yeah, that was
Because
like,
you have the courage to show up for you, which
yeah,
says if she can, I can, right? And that's
that's
the
me.
blessing.
Yeah, and like, and it just happens energetically. So I didn't even need to like tell anyone or be talking
Hmm.
to anyone, or no one could be around. And it's still like, I'm helping people right now. I'm doing this. I'm going through this, but I'm also, that really kept me going. And
Yeah.
especially in the beginning when I was really
Yes.
afraid to do it. And the other
Yeah.
thing, oh my God, I quoted you twice on this already.
Oh, that's funny.
When you said, you told me no one's coming.
Yeah. No one's
No,
coming but us.
no
Yeah.
one's gonna
Ourselves.
come. No one's gonna save you from. No one's gonna take care of you. They're not gonna save you from your loneliness. Everything. There are
Yep.
specific things you told me that I was like,
Yeah.
wow, wow, wow. So you probably could
Right.
say it better. Say it. No one's
Well, no
coming.
one's coming to save us per se, right? Like people can come and help and assist, but no one's in our heads because every
Hmm.
head is a universe, right?
Yeah,
So it's like no one's coming to help you shift your mind. You're going to have to save you.
yeah,
The whole point of no one's coming is you have to look in the mirror and make those changes, which is what
hmm,
you did,
yeah. And you know,
which is like profound.
it took, I don't know how many times you had to say it. It finally sunk into my brain. And I've had this like desperate yearning for a boyfriend. Just
Yes.
like, my mom's getting older and she's
Yeah.
like, I'm going to be alone. Who's going to take care of me? Like, who's going to take care of
Right.
me? And
Yes.
when you finally sunk in that I'm going to take care of me,
Yes.
and I started to trust that, I started to see
Oh,
that, and then
yeah.
I just didn't need a boyfriend anymore.
Right. And if he comes along, that's perfect, right?
And
Because
that's
then
what
you're
I'm
in
saying.
alignment. You're not trying to take his energy and fill up your
No,
cup. Your cup is
no,
full, overflowing, and then you guys can be in a healthy exchange together. That's the
yeah,
whole point of that.
yeah,
Don't look for anyone to save you. Go save yourself.
yeah,
And then people will show up like saying you're beautiful, saying you're amazing, wanting to take you out, right? That's what
hmm,
they're all doing because you're available to that new energy now.
hmm. And
And
also
that's what you did.
it in um because so if it does come and I'm not actually not looking, I don't want to. If
Right.
I start dating somebody now, it's going to screw everything up.
Oh,
I don't want to blow it up. I want
no,
to make
you'll be
I want
ready.
to make all the friends first. I need to make all the
Yes.
friends first, and
Yeah.
because it'll be really hard to make all the friends when you're trying to be in a relationship. But also, if it does ever come along, it'll be real.
Yeah, which will
Because
be like amazing.
I'm not rushing into something because I need
Yeah.
somebody to take care of me.
Right. You're
Yeah.
not like the needy. You've healed the inner child that's like was lonely, that was afraid, that had all these
Yeah.
fears. And she's the grown 53-year-old now that says, I get to be me and we can accommodate each other and love each other in a healthy way, not from that dysfunctional, codependent way.
Because
Girl, that's huge.
you know who that attracts.
Yeah. Yeah, we don't even need to go there. We don't even need to go south. We are well
Everyone,
aware. Yeah.
every woman
Yeah.
listening knows who that
Yes.
attracts.
That's right. Don't do it. Don't do
Yeah, don't do
it.
it.
And then
It's
how did
beneficial to
the
wait.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Until you're ready, right? And then you want because you want the guy that you're meant for and that he's meant for you're meant for him, he's meant for you and it comes from that balanced energy, which is like the sweetest love ever, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And so when you first made the shift and the change, like you had picked up some crystals, right? Like everyone thinks like crystals, everything's energy, right? And everything is helps you to like shift. You know what I mean? And do you feel like those helped you shift and help you see things differently or come back to yourself? How did those help?
It helped me. It helped me to tap into me
Yes,
because
that's the point. Thank you for that.
yeah, it gave me something to focus on, and then
Yes.
I could never remember what was what, so I'd have to keep looking it up. But so I
Yeah, it's
just
okay.
so it was a lot of attention, a lot of focus on these things. But I could feel it. You said hold it to your heart, hold them to your heart, and I could feel that. And I would
Yeah.
play with that, like I would hold my hand empty to my heart. I would hold it with one crystal, and then I would hold it with a different crystal, and I could feel different things until I got to the point where hold on a sec.
Oh,
I'm on the phone, Mom. I'm on the phone. So I got to the point where I would ask, like I had my little bowl of crystals, and I'd say,
yes.
all right, who wants to help me with this issue? And I'd like swish my hand around in the little bowl and see who wanted to help me. And it was usually something good. I mean, they're all good. But
Yeah, right.
you know how you get those.
But it
like,
was like
if
the
you,
support you needed in the moment. You know, it's like
yeah,
even if you go sit by the tree, it's everything is energy and they really help you bring you back to you, right?
yeah,
And
it
that's the
really
point of
was.
of all of the crystals, the
Yeah,
flowers, the trees, the universe, all
all of it.
modalities. Yeah.
Because, like, when you say to go inside or to go in your body, when you say go in
Yes.
your body, that's what I was doing.
Yes.
When you say, all right, go in your body and find the answer to this question,
Yes.
I can do it with you. I can do it
Yes.
when you tell me. I always get an answer when you tell me to do that, because
Yep.
you're asking I might not be able to do it so great on my own, but you're asking the right questions. You're
Right.
always coming up with the right, because that's a thing. Like, you can tell me 800 different times in 50 different ways, but when you say it in the way the right way, it
Yeah.
sticks. Like, oh,
Yeah.
I finally get this. I finally get it, and it
Yeah.
it sticks, and then I can practice it.
Yeah.
Yeah, like
That's awesome.
going in your body. This one is going in your body. I've been practicing that too.
Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a constant reminder. But the power within just being in our bodies and staying in our bodies, I
Yeah.
mean, it's like it's mind blowing. It's miraculous. It's like you're so present that you can just navigate. You navigate differently.
Mm-hmm. And it's one of those. It's a word that I understand. Like, I've heard
Uh-huh.
go. I was explaining this to you. Like, go. We're gonna focus on nothing. That's how Joe Dispenza does his
Yes.
meditations. You go to nothing and you be nothing and you go nowhere. What is that? I mean, I get it helps a lot of people, and if it
Yeah.
helps you, that's freaking
Yeah.
fantastic. But I don't get it. My brain doesn't understand that. And then I've heard go into your alpha brainwave state, and
Yeah.
that makes sense to me. But I don't know when I'm in alpha. I don't know when I don't understand that. My brain doesn't really get that, but go into your
Yeah.
body. Yeah. And I can go into my heart. I can go into my head. I
Yes.
can go into my
Yes.
throat. I can go into my feet, my legs, my arms. There's a lot going on here. So it's
Yes.
a lot to focus on. And
Right.
you said go like, are there any little pains? I can go, surely I
Yeah.
can find a pain.
Right.
There's one there for sure.
Right. Right.
So,
Right.
and
Because the body's always telling us what we're thinking. And that's part of the whole Louise, hey, you can heal your life. And you can start seeing where you're hung up and what beliefs, because your body's like, oh, I have a pain in my neck. Okay, where am I not flexible and flowing? Right? Where am
yeah.
I stubborn? What's going on?
And all this variety, it keeps me there longer. It keeps me in, because normally
Keeps you more present. Yeah.
normally my brain, we're all like ADD, we're all like squirrel,
Yeah.
and
The
I can,
shiny object.
how many times can I like, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to be in a relaxed state or meditate or like clear my mind. Not even a minute later, it's going to go somewhere.
Right.
It's
Right.
very, I don't know if that's untrained or if that's just natural,
Uh-huh.
but staying in your body, I can explore. I can explore,
Yes.
and it keeps me there longer. So
Right.
that
And then
really
from that
works.
place, you can also, if you decide, you can go into meditation or make that your meditation, right? It doesn't,
Yeah, it is the
it's all
meditation
good.
for
It is the
me.
meditation.
It is
Yeah.
because for me,
And how calming did you feel when I told you that? Like, wasn't that
oh yeah,
incredible when I
no,
was like,
I calmed down immediately, and um, I was yawning. Yeah, I would
mhm.
like deep
Like, welcome
breaths.
home, sis,
Yeah,
right?
yeah, yep. And I
Mhm.
mean, every time I talk to you, every time I work with you, there is usually one or two big sighs of relief. Just like,
Yes.
oh, that's so,
I can breathe again.
yeah, like
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about that.
Yes.
I know I'm not supposed to worry about
We are
that,
not supposed to worry about all these things, and
but
we constantly pick it up, right? Then we're like,
yeah,
oh, let me just put this down. I do that
yeah.
too. I'm like, ah.
And working with you, you just let me off the hook. Like, oh, it's so great. It's so great.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You return to yourself, and that's what you've done,
Mm-hmm.
and you've done an amazing job. And it like never ends, but we don't have to worry about that either, right? Because we can just be
Right.
back on our body and we'll figure it out. So that's the
Yeah.
beauty in it.
That
So
really works. It
yeah.
works.
I appreciate you showing up today because I know you're not a big fan of cameras. And
No,
everyone,
no.
leave a comment on how beautiful and amazing
Uh,
and transformative she is and what she did.
uh,
And like, give her a heart in this video to say, oh my God, because the work she has done has been incredible. And the shifts are profound. And you can see it in your face. You can see all the goodness just
oh, I mean,
flowing forward.
how could you not? I have my life back.
Right?
How many times have I
Girl.
just like bawled my
Oh,
eyes out? Like, I want my life back.
yes.
And I got
And
it.
you found you. You had the courage to find you.
Mm-hmm.
Girl, there's no better gift than that. And I hope you receive all that goodness.
Oh, thank you.
So,
I hope
so
you do
proud of
too.
you.
Because you got this magic that
Yeah, thank
everyone,
you.
just ever since I met you, I'm like, the world needs to know you.
Right?
Everyone needs to know you.
We all need to know each other, right?
Yeah,
And just
yeah,
connect and just trust ourselves. And it's just a gift that I can share.
yeah.
And that's what I really want to do. I want people to come back to themselves. I want people to remember themselves. I want them to live a life they love. And it's a return to you, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like we have to stop looking for all the shiny objects and return to ourselves and just accept ourselves exactly how we are today, right?
Mm-hmm.
All the good, all the bad, all the nonsense, all the trauma, all the stress, just accept it all. Because what else can you do? You can't keep fighting this whole thing. And that's what you realize. You were done fighting. You're laying it down. And
It's
that
so
took courage.
easy. It's so easy too. You just
Yeah.
need to be
Once you
reminded.
find, yeah, right. You basically remembered who you are from the inside out, right? But it takes the
Mm-hmm.
work, it takes the steps, it takes showing up. And it took a shit ton of courage.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah. Starting to go out.
that was a
That
big
was
one.
hard. Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. And now it's easy. It's easy.
Yeah. Oh my God, girl. I'm so happy for you, and I
Mhm.
thank you so much.
Oh my
And
God. Thank you.
you're welcome, and
Yeah.
we'll get on and do another video again for all your transformation, and because there's more to her.
Oh,
She's the genius,
that's just the tip of the iceberg. It
right?
really is.
Yes.
I
Wait.
love when you call me that. I don't
Yes.
understand
The
it at all, but
genius,
that's
girl. You are
okay.
a genius. Oh my God. You're amazing. You're
Oh, you're
amazing.
amazing. You
Thank
just
you.
helped me. I'm so glad I met you. So glad I
Yes,
found you,
likewise.
and so glad
Right?
you work with me.
Yes,
Mhm.
yes. You are so welcome. So we'll let you go and we'll
Okay.
talk soon, girl. And
Okay.
thank you for sharing and thank you for being bold because you have helped so many people just with this video. There you go.
That's fantastic.
Yep. So you are in your purpose.
Perfect.
We'll talk
Perfect.
soon.
Okay.
See you later, girl.
Bye.
Love
Bye.
you.
Love you.
Bye.
Bye.